Hey everybody, Deplorable Bobby here. This is the way I see it. I just want to come to you for a little bit. I want to let you know the silver bars have been shipped. Freedom for All, Wednesday is delivery date. So be sure you check your mailbox on Wednesday. Silver should be there. I've sent you a tracking number on a voicemail, so call me when you get off work and we'll talk to you about that. I want to thank my subs. It was a great weekend. Thanks to all of you great patriots helping me and pushing my channel. I was able to achieve 505 subscribers over the weekend. I was amazed at 500, but the other 5 just gave me a cushion so I wouldn't have to fear that I'd lose one and go back to 499. But anyway, that's just me. I want to thank the Great Douchebag. The Great Douchebag is a fine man. He supports a lot of channels, and he's supporting mine. And Douchebag, I want to thank you for your kind PayPal donation. I appreciate every single penny that comes in. Every penny's used to help me grow. And we'll see how that goes. It's looking good, and I'm grateful to each and every one of you. My PayPal information is in the link below. If you want to contribute, you can find it there. We had a deal made with Australia right before Obama left office. And Trump's going to let this deal stand. I don't really understand his thinking. He pulled out of the terrible Iran nuclear deal, and this deal isn't any better. Obama never made a good deal in his life. He always gave away and gave away and gave away assets of America. Absolutely the worst president in the history of the United States. And he never was a president. We had a Muslim terrorist in the White House for 8 years. And he corrupted the White House. He corrupted our government. He corrupted American society. And now his followers are pushing his agenda still. But here's the deal that he made right before he left the White House, that President Trump is going to leave in effect. In 1999, 3 Rwandan terrorists ambushed 8 people. They murdered 8 people, 2 of which were Americans. These 3 men were extradited to the United States from Rwanda. And in 2006, after sitting in jail awaiting trial, one of these social justice liberal snowflake judges threw the case out. He said that they had been tortured in Rwanda in order to get their confession. So he threw it out of court. This released the men, all 3 of them, onto the streets of America for a period of years. I haven't found this in my research, but after the deal that I'm fixing to tell you about that Obama made, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if Obama and his cronies didn't support these men while they were here. Obama made a deal with Australia. My numbers say 1,250. In a minute, Trump's going to say the number 2,000. So maybe he knows a little bit more than I do. But our numbers varied a little bit. But either way, this was a terrible deal. Obama agreed to send Australia these 3 men and a couple of hundred of refugees from Central America. A couple of hundred. But these 3 men were the important ones. In return, Australia who keeps their prisoners offshore on penal colonies and islands, are going to open the doors to their prison, and they're going to let, according to Trump, 2,000 criminals into America. This is the deal Obama made. He wanted to get these 3 men out of the country so bad that he was willing to take 2,000 of Australia's most hardened criminals into our society, into our neighborhoods, and onto our streets. These people are already coming. These other two of these men were actually sent to Australia last year. The third man, he couldn't control himself while he was incarcerated in Miami, and he beat up a guard, so he is sitting in jail in Miami, and he's not going to Australia. But these 2 men went, along with a few Central American migrants, to Australia. They're walking the streets like free men. I want to tell you what Trump said and what Prime Minister Turnbull of Australia said about this. President Trump said, "Here I am calling on a ban where I'm not letting anybody in, and here we are taking 2,000 people." He said, "Really, it looks like 2,000 people that Australia doesn't want. And I don't blame them, by the way. But the U.S. has been like a dumping ground." And that's exactly what Obama and Clinton and all these other idiots, even Bush, they let America be a dumping ground for every Muslim and every criminal, every terrorist that they could possibly let into this country. But later Turnbull of Australia pushed back against Trump's claim that they are not wonderful people. But Trump quipped, "Maybe you should just let them out of prison there." He continued, "This is a stupid deal. This deal will make me look terrible." Turnbull said in the transcript that we are taking people from the previous administration and that Obama was very keen on getting these men out of the United States. I wonder why. Obama was a terrorist, a Muslim terrorist, and I guess he was supporting his brothers and getting them out of country. It's really crazy because Turnbull said that he understood the Obama deal completely. And President Trump did not. Well, I don't either. I don't understand this deal. I don't like it. All it's doing is adding another arrow into the heart of America, putting these criminals on the street. It didn't say in the report where these men were sent to, but I pray it's not one of your neighborhoods or mine. Maybe they sent them all to Minnesota, or Michigan, where they've got Muslim senators and a Muslim governor in Minnesota. That's where they all ought to go, to Minnesota. That's a long way from Georgia. Makes sense to me. I don't want these people nowhere around me. But Minnesota and Michigan citizens just moved out of their neighborhoods and gave it over to all these Muslims, so now the Muslims control districts. That's how they got elected. People, thank God that Obama is gone. And it really upsets me that this deal that Obama made is going to stay in effect. But like I said, President Trump knows more than I do. So I'll support him in whatever he does. This is Deplorable Bobby, and this is the way I see it. Y'all have a good day, and pray for our children, and pray for each other. I'll see you later.